Hi everyone, and welcome to this very, very special edition of Do-It-Yourself Christmas Gifts. I've got 3 really wonderful and very, very special and unique gifts planned for you. These are very, very simple things that you can do, but I like to give gifts that require thought and things that are unique to an individual and things that are really kind of simple, but take some thought and a little time to put into it. Now, they're very simple, like I said, but they are not much effort and they don't cost that much either. So let's get started right away. We're going to do 3 of them. I said 2. 3. We're going to do 3 of them. We're going to do 3 of them. First, we're going to do one that's called Framework, and next we're going to do Coasting Through, and next is going to be Let's Pop. Now, I know I live in California. That is not what I'm talking about. So we'll find out though. First one, framework. It is a frame. It is a frame. Now, you see a frame here. It is a picture of my daughter. This is in 2003. Now, my daughter is now a mother herself. And so this is obviously a long time ago, but I don't have a 5x7. I have not chosen one. This is going to be a Christmas gift for her. So I used to be a custom framer, the custom framing manager actually at a Michael's here in California. And I've made a very fatal mistake here. This is going to be a gift for her. And I've purchased a frame. This was on sale. It was during a sale that they had, actually 70% off sale. I got this frame with this mat. The mat was separate from the frame. And I got it, and the whole thing probably cost me about $5. But I made a fatal mistake here, and I want to explain what that mistake was. First, I want to explain why I'm doing this. I'm going to give this to my daughter, but first, what I'm going to do is I'm having my family write little special notes on the mat. Now, you've seen this happen before. You've seen it during weddings and when people are leaving a job and all of that. Best wishes, and we wish you well, and all of that. But what about just because? Now, I'm going to do this for each one of my 5 children this year for the holidays. So that means that each one of my children are going to be signing a mat for one another. I have one child who is married and has 2 children who lives in South Carolina. So I'm going to be sending these mats to South Carolina with return postage back. But he's going to be signing all of these mats for his siblings, and the whole family is going to be signing them as well. So this one is for Abigail. And let me show you the fatal mistake that I made that I should have known, considering I was a custom framer. As you can see here, and we'll probably focus in a little closer, I had them sign the mat, and I have cut off their writing. And so what I want you to be very, very careful. I want to show you there's a no signing zone. So if you do this, which I encourage you to, it's a really, really wonderful thing to do, and it makes it very personal. As you can see here, I have included a couple of stick figures. I'm going to add a couple of little sparkly things on the mat, and I'm also going to add some color with some Sharpies, and be very creative with this, and encourage your family to as well. And add some affirmations. I would add at least 1/4 of an inch around the mat. And so add some of the blue painter's tape and just add that to your mat. And so when you pass it around for people to sign, they know that around the 1/4 of an inch, that is basically the no signing zone. And that way, this beautiful sentiment that my husband wrote to our daughter, it's going to get cut off. And so I'm gonna have to do a different mat. And of course my son here too, he wrote Abigail, Abby, sister. I'm gonna have to have him rewrite that and have my husband rewrite this to his stepdaughter. And so we're gonna have to redo this, but that's okay. I should have known, shame on me. This is a beautiful thing to do as a holiday gift. Don't forget it. And it's very, very personal and it's not very expensive. So look for those sales at Michael's and just add a picture. Go to CVS and those places that copy pictures and get one done. Those cost, I just had them done and it was like, 56 cents for one photo. So there's framework and a great gift. Very personal. Next, we're going to do coasting through. Okay, everybody, now we're going to do coasting through. We are going to make some really cool abstract coasters. And they are going to have this cool cork on the bottom. And now what you will need is you're going to need lots of different colors of Sharpie markers. And you will want the ones that have the little thick tip on the ends. And you're going to need some cork. You can also use felt if you want. I prefer cork. I used felt before and I really didn't like it when I glued them on, but I like cork better. And then over at the Home Depot or Lowe's, you can get these. You get these for about 10 cents a piece, and I dig it. Really, really great gift. Awesome, awesome, awesome gift. So the only big expense really is going to be if you invest in some really cool color of Sharpies. And so I'll try to go to Amazon and put a nice set in our kit. And that way, I'll do all the homework for you and you just go into our kit and you can order them through Amazon and use your Prime and there you go. And then you're going to need some rubbing alcohol. And then I highly recommend you get this. Do not get anything else. I tried just the regular spray, just the regular craft spray, and my tiles were sticky. The glasses would stick and go, stick to your tile. And this is the only thing that I have found that does not stick where your glasses don't stick to your tile. So Americana, Deco Art, triple thick gloss glaze. This is the thing that works. Get this. Now, of course, scissors and a ruler you will need. And a glue gun. So here we go. Here's how it works. You take your tile and you choose your colors. So which colors do we want? Let's try, what color do you want, Jason? This color? All right. Then you just start to color. And you just have some fun coloring all over your tile in whatever shape that you want. Go whichever direction you want. And you really have to experiment with this a little bit. The first time I did this, it took me a few sort of trial and error in order for me to really get it right. I'm going to put the same color on the opposite corner. So please don't give up if the first couple of times you don't get it right. Just keep trying and you will get it. Color, color, color. These are really great gifts. Very fun and so inexpensive to do. I got the roll of cork for about $5 at Michael's, and I had a coupon. Woohoo! So it was even more awesome. I think I'll put a little more of this here. I really like this color. So it's just basically very abstract. Now we're going to grab another color. I think I'm going to do a lighter pink. I'm going to add it right here. I'm going to add it on the other side over here. And then I'm going to use this kind of lime green. Use it on the other side of this pink too. And you want to cover the whole tile. And you are going to run your colors together, so just know that your Sharpies are going to, you know, kind of cross-contaminate here a little bit. It is going to happen. How about a little purple? Or lavender. And there it is. That's the color I was looking for. It's more of that deep purple. Just right here on the ends. Okay, we're just about done here. Gonna bring that up. Gonna bring some of this purple over here. And then once you're done, you gotta kind of work fast. You don't want to let this sit and dry too long. You gotta work fast. So there we go. And then you just take a little bit of your alcohol, pour it in a lid. And I just have a very little bit, just a few drops. And you just drop it, just a few drops onto the tile. You don't want to pour a lot on, just a few drops. And you just let it do its magic. And you just wait. You can move it around a little bit, kind of like you do with pouring, but sometimes it tends to wreck it. But again, you experiment and you can kind of have some fun. Now, I want to add a little more just right in that center section, but just one drop right there to kind of break up my little sketching. This one looks very almost sketched, a little more than I would have liked it to be, but that's okay. That's why you keep going and you keep doing it. And so the more you add, the more alcohol that you add, the more that it breaks up the Sharpie marker, and so you will lose the consistency of your Sharpie. So be very, very careful, because you will start to see, I don't know how close up we can get, you will start to see the Sharpie actually start to float and really, really break up. So be very careful. Don't go too far with adding so much alcohol, because it will just completely break up. And that's where, what I said, you kind of have to do a few tiles. So if you're going to go to Home Depot or you're going to go to Lowe's and you're going to buy some tiles and you say, I want to make 6 of these, I would buy 10 or I would buy 12, because you might have to have some hits and you might have some misses, and you may make 12 and have 6 good ones that you may have to pick from. But it is a really fun process. I mean, I haven't done this in a long time, and my first try back was really, really awesome. And this one is just, it's good, but it's just kind of eh. Okay, so keep paper towels close by. And I'm just gonna lay this on top just to sort of dab up some of that and so it's not bad. I kind of like it. It soaked up a lot of the green, and I like it. Now, we're gonna move on with this just so I can show you what you need to do. In order to finish this up, I'm going to trim the edges with a little bit of pink, and you just draw on the edges like this. And that will give your edges sort of a color without you having to paint it. Some people actually use a paint, and I tried that. Again, I tried that and it just got messy and kind of gross looking. So I just use marker. Now, before you're able to put on the cork, you need to spray this. Let this dry for a while though. Let this dry before you start to spray it. I want to warn you that when you do spray this though, of course, go out into open air and spray it. And spray one light coat at a time. Just spray and walk away. And then come back maybe 10, 15 minutes later and spray another light coat. I would do that 3 to 4 times, but just one light coat all around at a time. 3 to 4 light coats. Don't really heavy, because you want it to dry completely in between each coat. And that way, when you do set a glass on it, it's not going to be sticky and it will have time to dry. Especially if you're in a wet climate, you want more drying time in between your sprays. So be sure that it's dry completely in between your light coat sprays. And then I'm going to show you what to do. I am actually going to spray this one a little bit later. I want to show you how to apply the cork, and I will spray this one a little bit later. Now, we're going to take what we've done here. We're going to lay out our cork. And we're going to turn this upside down. This is completely dried now. We're pretending. And we're going to take some kind of a marker. I'm going to use a lighter one. And we're just going to mark around preferably you're marking with whatever color you have done your edging with, or just use another tile and have it marked. Have your size already ready, and that way you don't get your edging messed up. And so you just cut it. Do not use a razor blade, because the cork, I tried to use a razor blade and the cork did pull a little bit. And so it just made the edging, you can see right here, it made the edging just sort of jagged. I'm going to cut this a little bit smaller. You want it not too much smaller, but just slightly smaller. And that way it's not hanging over the edge of your coaster. And then of course we are going to use our glue gun, and we are going to glue first the corners and then move towards the center. Okay. And then go towards the corners first to make sure that you have it lined up, and then set it down. No, see, I didn't do that right. And then set it down and try to do as much adjusting as you can before it dries. And if you have to do any cleanup, oops, see, I broke it. I pulled it. I tried to adjust. And so I have to redo this one, but that's okay. I can redo it. And, but see, I missed it anyway. So if you do miss it a little bit, that's where you want to either use a very sharp scissors, or you can get a really sharp razor and try to edge it. Otherwise, just redo it. This is not that expensive. And so you have to be really careful with the cork because the cork is thin. You can find thicker cork. And so if you want to find the cork that is thicker, then go for it and use that. But these are really, really wonderful and very fun and a great gift, very inexpensive, and you will have a lot of fun, and giving these away is going to be really wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed this, and now we're moving on to Let's Pot. Okay, here we are. Let's pot. Now, we're potting these plants. Some of the greatest gifts you can give are the things that you make with your own hands. And I am a firm believer in that because you have taken time to put effort into making something with your own hands. And that's a beautiful thing. Sometimes it's just the effort that you put in. It is not the amount of money that you spend. It's the effort to do things yourself. And so that's what this video that we're doing is really all about. It's not that we've spent a ton of money on, how to buy a better iPod or how to, make your Apple computer the best it can be. It's about creating unique gifts for your friends and for your family that they will remember, and that you have put the amount of time in so that they know that they are special to you. And so we're going to these live plants. And what's unique about these, though, about a cactus, is that you can purchase these, you can make them and plant and pot them and put them in a gift bag a week and a half before Christmas, and they'll still be okay when they're opened on Christmas Day. So that's why I love these. Now, I'm gonna do some with buttons, and I'm gonna do some with rocks and some glass. And I got these at the Dollar Tree, so $1, some really, really great things. And the pots too, I got at the Dollar Tree. And these cool cactus I got at Lowe's, and this was already painted. I love it, love it, love it. The colors of the pots, this is the folk art, and I love this mint color. And then this is this hot pink. I've already used this for 3 projects. It's lasting forever. And this is in our kit down below. And I just quickly spray painted that. And it's gonna look so cool, and I'm gonna put a bunch of buttons on it. So hang tight for just a minute. I'm gonna show you how cool these are. Remember, handmade gifts are the coolest thing that you can give to someone, and it shows a lot of love. So give me a second, and I'm gonna put these together, and we'll show you what I've got at the end. Okay, so as you can see, these are just gorgeous. I am loving these. I know my table is a little messy, but I just love these, especially this one with the rocks. Oh my gosh, it turned out so gorgeous. I mean, I just love it. I'm in love with it, and it's just gorgeous. So, really beautiful, great gift ideas, and I hope you will use them. And best way to clean these things off is use a dry paintbrush to get things out of plants that are delicate, especially a dry paintbrush. Finish up here, and I hope you've enjoyed this gift giving, the frames, the coasters, and the pots. I hope you do take time to give your loved ones the love that they deserve, and with things that are handmade, especially by you. And enjoy your season, and I will see you very soon. This is Shelly signing out. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please share this video, and we love and adore you, and we will see you soon. This is Shelly signing out with dirt on her fingers. Bye.